I'm Emmanuel Charlot. I'm the founder and chief editor of a magazine called L'Esprit du Judo, which has been the main judo magazine in France for over 10 years. Before that, I worked for the French Judo Federation on a magazine which was called Judo Magazine. So it's been over 30 years that I've followed French judo with love and passion. The history of French judo is very long and very rich. Perhaps a decisive moment was the arrival in France of a Japanese who was called Mikunosuke Kawaishi, and who was the founder of French judo and who brought the expertise from Japan to France. There's also the fact that in France, judo has been led by an intellectual elite. So that is why we see judo slightly differently. For us, it's not just a sport, it's first and foremost a culture, and that is the balance of judo in France. A great federation, a great sporting discipline, but firstly with judo culture at heart. We have great ambition for judo. The Paris tournament, now the Paris Grand Slam, is a love story between the French public who love judo and this event which was born in the 70s, in 1971. The first time it was held we had Shozo Fuji, and this was the first time we saw this judoka here in France, because back then it wasn't so easy to travel. So it brought Japanese judo to the heart of Paris. Initially, the Paris tournament was in a small hall called the Palais du Sport de Coubertin. There were 5,000 seats. It was amazing. It was full of people inside, and outside there were crowds of people who couldn't get in. It was boiling hot inside. It was really something, the Paris tournament at Coubertin. And it got even better once it came here to Bercy, because this is a huge arena, which we fill every year. I think it's probably the event with the largest number of spectators, and they are knowledgeable spectators. They are known for that. They love judo. They love good fighters. Of course they come to see French judo, but also they like to watch big international names that come here to Paris. They love good judo. In France, the French Judo Federation must be the third or fourth biggest in the country in terms of numbers. But in fact, judo is the second biggest sport, perhaps even joint biggest. We have football for kids and then judo, and judo is the foremost educational sport in France. Everybody has done judo in France. Everybody. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. So here we have parents, kids, we have clubs that come with maybe 10 people. There's the super fans who have been coming for over 30 years. It's the whole history of French judo which is on display for 2 days here in Bercy.